Chapter 847. At a little after 8 o'clock in the morning, Alex drove the old man out of the villa. There was still more than 2 hours before the plane landed, but Trump could not wait any longer. After leaving the villa at Beacon Top, Trump hurriedly asked Alex, "My dear son-in-law, do you know where I can buy a bouquet of flowers? I want to buy a bouquet of roses to give to Nat Arya." Alex replied, "Dad, your classmate will be bringing her son along with her today. Do you really think that it will be appropriate for you to give her roses in front of her son?" Trump thought to himself for a few moments before he nodded and said, "You are right. I should just give her an ordinary bouquet of flowers then." Alex replied, "I know of a flower shop nearby. We can go there and buy a bouquet of flowers first." As soon as they arrived at the flower shop, Alex spent $500 to ask the florist to help him to prepare a bouquet of flowers that symbolizes friendship. After that, he brought the bouquet of flowers back to Trump, who was waiting inside the car. Trump was very excited when he held the bouquet of flowers in his hand. He smiled as he said, "This florist is really very professional. This bouquet of flowers looks very impressive and generous. I believe that Nat Arya will definitely love it." Alex smiled slightly before he whispered in his heart that Trump was really experiencing a second spring. If Nat Arya was still interested in Trump after all these years, then it would definitely be possible for the two of them to start over again. As he thought about this, Alex could not help feeling a little sympathetic toward the old man. After all, for his wife's sake, he could not make Elaine disappear completely from the face of this world. Therefore, he could only allow his old man to meet up happily with his first love now. After Elaine is released from the detention center in a few days' time, Trump would have to put up with all of her demands and the hard time that she gave him again. If Elaine found out that Nat Arya was back in Oris Hill, she would definitely cause more trouble for him, and Trump would lead an even more miserable and pathetic life then. Alex naturally did not say all these to his father-in-law. After all, he knew that he was really happy and excited right now. Alex wanted him to enjoy the feeling of freedom with his first love before Elaine comes out of the detention center. At this time, Trump suddenly asked, "Oh, Alex, did you book a room at Orem Grand for us already?" "Yes, I booked the room already," Alex nodded slightly. "You can be rest assured that everything has already been prepared and arranged in advance for you. I guarantee that you and Aunt Nat Arya will be very satisfied today." "That's good. That's good." Trump heaved a huge sigh of relief before he looked at the bouquet of flowers in his hands. He looked at the only rose in the bouquet of flowers before he smelled it and exclaimed, "Ah! This scent is simply too refreshing." After he was done speaking, he could not help but hummed an old song, "Rose, Rose, I love you, Rose. Rose, Rose, love." Alex shook his head as he sighed secretly. He really did not expect the old man to be a romantic, as he was experiencing a second spring at this age. After arriving at the airport, the both of them came to the arrival hall at the airport to wait for Nat Arya and her son. Trump kept staring at the arrival screen at the airport. After searching for a long time, he finally found Nat Arya's flight. The estimated landing time was at 10:20 a.m. There was another hour before the plane landed. Furthermore, since the other party was returning from abroad, they would have to go through a long immigration check. Therefore, it should be about 11 o'clock in the morning when Nat Arya comes out. Trump was very excited, and he did not feel tired at all even after standing for more than an hour. About 5 minutes before 11 in the morning, a group of people started walking out of the exit. Trump fixed his eyes on the group of people as he held the bouquet of flowers in his hand. At this time, he suddenly saw a middle-aged woman wearing a black dress, and he waved at her excitedly as he called out, "Nat Arya." When the other party saw him, she was slightly taken aback. After that, she exclaimed in surprise, "Oh my God, Trump." After that, Nat Arya took a few steps forward as she walked toward Trump. Alex was also very interested and curious because he really wanted to see what his father-in-law's first love would look like. When he took a look at her, he was pleasantly shocked. Nadaria was the same age as Trump, and the both of them were 48 years old this year. However, Nadaria did not look like a 48 years old woman at all. She was tall and slender, and she had very good skin and complexion. She was wearing a long black dress, and she looked like a very elegant goddess. Moreover, Nadaria also had a very dignified hairstyle.